Imagine waking up each morning, staring into the mirror, and barely recognizing the man looking back. The strength you once felt in your body, the spark in your step, the connection you shared with your partner. It's like they've slipped away, stolen by time, and no matter what you've tried, pills, diets, even pushing through exhaustion, it feels like your vitality is fading, leaving you alone with a quiet ache no one talks about. I'm Dr. James Whitaker from American Urologist, and I've spent 25 years helping American men just like you, men over 60, rediscover the strength they thought was gone forever. I'm not here to judge or sell you quick fixes. I'm here to tell you something no one else might. Your body isn't broken. It's waiting. What if the secret to reigniting your energy, your confidence, even your intimacy, wasn't locked in a pharmacy, but hiding in a spice you passed by 1,000 times? A spice so simple, when chewed for just 50 seconds, it can wake up blood vessels that have been asleep for years. Sounds too good to be true? Stay with me, because in this presentation, I'm going to share a story that changed everything for a 66-year-old man named John, and it might just change everything for you. If you've ever felt this silent struggle, know that your story matters, and I'm here to help you rewrite it. Let me tell you about John, a 66-year-old retired mechanic from Ohio. When he walked into my office last year, his shoulders were slumped, his eyes downcast. He sat across from me, voice low, and said, "Doc, I don't feel like myself anymore." For nearly a decade, John hadn't felt that morning surge of energy. No morning wood, no spark with his wife Sarah. Their intimacy had faded, not because they didn't care, but because his body just wouldn't respond. He told me he felt like a stranger in his own skin, like the man he used to be was slipping away. Every morning he'd sit at his kitchen table, staring at his coffee, wondering if this was just what aging meant, feeling tired, disconnected, and alone. John's story isn't unique. I've heard it from hundreds of American men in their 60s and 70s, men who've worked hard, built families, faced life head-on, only to feel like their strength is betraying them. It's not just about erections, though that's a big part of it. It's the heaviness in your chest when you realize you're not the man you used to be. It's the quiet moments when you avoid your partner's eyes because you're afraid they see your struggle. It's the loneliness of carrying that weight in silence, thinking it's just you. Maybe you've tried the blue pills. Those worked for a while, didn't they? But then came the headaches, the flushed face, the frustration when even those stopped helping. Or maybe you've tried supplements, energy drinks, or forcing yourself to the gym, only to feel more exhausted, more defeated. I see you, I hear you, and I'm here to tell you it's not your fault, and it's not the end. What John was going through, what so many American men over 60 face, isn't just aging. It's not a lack of willpower or masculinity, it's biology, and it's fixable. The real issue isn't what you've been told. It's not just low testosterone or bad luck. It's about blood flow, about a molecule your body needs but stops making enough of after 60. Nitric oxide. This miracle molecule keeps your blood vessels flexible, your energy flowing, your intimacy alive. When it fades, so does your strength. But here's the part no one's told you. You can wake it up, not with drugs or surgeries, but with something so simple, it's been sitting in your kitchen all along. In just 50 seconds a day, a pinch of one spice can start to change everything. When I told John about this, he looked at me like I'd lost my mind. A spice? Really? But he was desperate enough to try. 2 weeks later, he walked back into my office with a spark in his eyes I hadn't seen before. Shoulders back, a quiet smile. "Doc," he said, "I feel alive again." His wife noticed it too. What happened to John wasn't magic. It was science, biology, and a little bit of courage. And it's not just his story, it could be yours. If you've ever felt like John, like the man you are is slipping away, stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what I showed John. A 50-second habit that could unlock the strength you thought was gone for good. Let me ask you something. What if the reason you're feeling tired, disconnected, or like your body's letting you down isn't because you're too old? What if it's not about low testosterone or a lack of willpower, but something simpler? something your body's been trying to tell you all along. For years, I've sat across from American men like John, men in their 60s and 70s who thought their best days were behind them. They'd come into my office, shoulders heavy with frustration, convinced their strength was gone for good. But here's the truth I've learned after 25 years as a urologist. It's not about aging, it's about blood flow. And there's a molecule in your body, one you've probably never heard of, that holds the key to bringing that strength back. It's called nitric oxide, and it's the spark your body's been missing. When John first sat down with me, he was carrying more than just physical exhaustion. He was carrying shame. He thought his fading energy, his lack of intimacy, was his fault, a sign he wasn't man enough anymore. I looked at his labs, his lifestyle, and saw what was really going on. It wasn't about testosterone, like so many men are told. It was about his blood vessels. They were stiff, narrow, not letting oxygen and energy flow the way they used to. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax, to open up, to let blood rush to your muscles, your brain, and yes, to the parts of you that make intimacy possible. But here's the catch. After 60, your body makes less than a quarter of the nitric oxide it did in your 20s. That's why you feel sluggish. Why your mornings lack that spark. Why even desire doesn't always translate to action. I explained this to John, and I saw a flicker in his eyes. Something between relief and curiosity. For the first time, he realized this wasn't about him failing. It was biology, pure and simple. And biology can be nudged. I told him about a habit so easy, it sounded almost too good to be true. Chewing a pinch of a common spice for just 50 seconds a day. Not a pill, not a surgery, but something you can find in any American grocery store. Ginger. Yes, ginger. That root you've probably got sitting in your kitchen right now. When you chew it, not swallow it in a capsule, something remarkable happens. Ginger contains a compound called gingerol, and it's like a wake-up call for your blood vessels. It triggers your salivary glands and nerve endings in your mouth, sending a signal to your body to release nitric oxide almost instantly. It's like unkinking a garden hose that's been twisted for years. Suddenly the blood starts flowing again. I know what you're thinking. A spice? Really? John thought the same thing. He laughed, shook his head, and said, "Doc, you're telling me the stuff in my stir-fry is going to fix this?" I get it. It sounds too simple. But let me tell you why it works. Studies published in medical journals show gingerol can improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, and relax blood vessels. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a natural, powerful way to support your body's own systems. I've seen it work for hundreds of American men. Men who felt like John, who thought their strength was gone, only to find it was just waiting to be awakened. When John heard this, he didn't just hear science. He heard hope. For the first time in years, he felt like he wasn't fighting a losing battle. He was ready to try something new, something that didn't come with a prescription or a list of side effects. This is the moment where things change, when you understand that your struggle isn't a personal failure, but a biological switch you can flip. It's not about chasing youth. It's about giving your body what it's been asking for. Ginger isn't a cure-all, but it's a start, a small, powerful step you can take tomorrow morning. And when John took that step, something shifted, not just in his body, but in his heart. He started to believe he could feel like himself again. So you're starting to see it, aren't you? The problem isn't you. It's a biological switch that's been turned down, and there's a way to flip it back on. When I told John that chewing a pinch of ginger for 50 seconds could wake up his body, he raised an eyebrow and said, "Doc, you're serious? Ginger?" I nodded. I know it sounds simple, maybe even a little crazy, but that's the beauty of it. After 25 years helping American men like you, I've learned that the most powerful changes often start with the smallest steps. And this step, it's one you can take tomorrow morning, right in your own kitchen. Let me walk you through exactly how to do it safely and easily, so you can start feeling like John did. Alive again in ways you might have thought were gone for good. The 50-second ginger protocol. Number 1. Take a tiny pinch of organic ginger powder every morning before eating or drinking anything. About a quarter teaspoon, no more. Number 2. Choose ginger that's pure, ideally 30,000 to 50,000 Scoville heat units, available at any American health food store or online. Number 3. Don't swallow it like a capsule. Place that pinch on your tongue and chew slowly for exactly 50 seconds. Number 4. Let it mix with your saliva to activate the gingerol compound that wakes up your TRPV1 receptors. Number 5. After 50 seconds, rinse your mouth with warm water to soothe the spice. Number 6. If it's too strong, mix the ginger with half a teaspoon of honey to soften the taste. Number 7. Check with your doctor first if you're on blood thinners or have a sensitive stomach. Number 8. Do this on an empty stomach for maximum nitric oxide activation. Number 9. Take 5 slow, deep breaths through your nose after chewing to boost oxygen flow. Number 10. Follow with a glass of warm water mixed with a squeeze of lemon to support blood vessels. Number 11. Take a short 5-minute walk afterward to amplify the blood flow effect. Number 12. Be patient. Your body needs time to wake up after years of reduced circulation. Now I hear you. Ginger's got a kick, doesn't it? The first time John tried it, he said it felt like his mouth was on fire. I get it. That warmth can be a surprise, especially if you're not used to spicy foods. This isn't about pushing through discomfort. It's about listening to your body and giving it a gentle nudge. Your body wants to heal. It just needs the right signal. After a few days, that tingle you feel, it gets easier. Your body adapts, and that's when you start noticing the changes. Let me tell you what happened to John. After just 5 days of this 50-second habit, he came back to my office and said, "Doc, I feel warmer. Like my hands and feet aren't so cold anymore." By day 10, he was waking up more alert, with a clarity he hadn't felt in years. And then, around day 12, something else happened. He leaned in, voice low but with a grin, and said, "It's been years, but I had morning wood again." His wife, Sarah, noticed the difference too. Not just in the bedroom, but in the way he carried himself, like a weight had lifted. It wasn't overnight, and it wasn't magic. It was consistency, a small step done daily, waking up his body one morning at a time. I know what it's like to feel skeptical, to wonder if something this simple can really make a difference. I've sat with American men who felt exactly like you might right now, hopeful but unsure, wanting to believe but afraid to be let down again. And I'm here to tell you, you're not alone, and this is worth trying. John wasn't sure either, but he gave it a chance, and it changed his life. Not because he's special, but because his body, like yours, was ready to respond. You don't need to overhaul your life or spend a fortune. You just need to start small, stay consistent, and trust that your body hasn't given up on you. You're starting to feel it, aren't you? That spark of hope, that sense that maybe, just maybe, the strength you thought was gone isn't lost forever. After 25 years as a urologist, I've seen something remarkable in American men like you. Men over 60, your body isn't done. It's waiting. And here's the part that might surprise you. Your age isn't a disadvantage. It's actually your secret weapon. Men in their 60s and 70s often respond faster, more powerfully to natural solutions, like this 50-second ginger habit, than younger men do. Why? Because your body's been running on empty for so long. Low blood flow, sluggish energy, that when you give it the right nudge, it's like pouring fresh oil into an engine that's been idling for years. The change is real and it's noticeable. When John first came to me, he was carrying a weight heavier than any engine he'd ever fixed. He felt disconnected, not just from his body, but from his wife Sarah and the man he used to be. He'd tried everything, pills that gave him headaches, supplements that drained his wallet, and he was ready to give up. But then he started this simple habit, chewing a pinch of ginger for 50 seconds every morning. 2 weeks later, he walked into my office, a different man, shoulders back, eyes bright, a quiet confidence I hadn't seen before. "Doc," he said, leaning in with a grin, "I'm not just back in the bedroom, I'm back in my life." After just 14 days, John wasn't only noticing morning erections again. He was waking up with energy, feeling sharper, and reconnecting with Sarah in ways he hadn't in years. She told me later with a shy smile, "He's like the man I fell in love with." That's what happens when your blood starts flowing, when your body remembers what it's capable of. Why does this work so well for men over 60? It's not about turning back the clock. It's about waking up what's already there. Your blood vessels may be stiffer now, your nitric oxide levels lower, but your body hasn't forgotten how to function. It's like a car that's been sitting in the garage too long. Give it a little fuel, a little care, and it roars back to life. Ginger's gingerol, that compound we talked about, sends a signal to your blood vessels to open up, to let oxygen and energy flow where they haven't in years. And when that happens, it's not just your body that changes, it's your confidence, your clarity, the way you look at your partner and yourself. I've seen it in hundreds of American men. Men who thought their strength was gone, only to find it was just waiting to be unleashed. Now here's where you come in. This isn't a magic trick or a one-time fix. It's a tool, and like any tool, it works when you use it. I'm asking you to take a small step, just like John did. Tomorrow morning, try the 50-second ginger protocol. Get a pinch of organic ginger powder, chew it slowly, rinse with warm water, and commit to it for 2 weeks. That's it. You don't need to overhaul your life or spend a fortune. You just need to start. And as you do, pay attention to how you feel. Notice if your hands feel warmer, if your mind feels clearer, if you start waking up with a little more spark. Those small changes, they're the start of something bigger. Your strength isn't gone, gentlemen. It's waiting for you to claim it. Gentlemen, if there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's that you're not done. The man you are, the one who built a life, loved deeply, faced every challenge head on. He's still there, waiting to step back into the light. For years, you might have carried a quiet guilt, a sense that your fading energy, your struggles with intimacy, or that heavy loneliness means you failed somehow. I'm here to tell you, it's not your fault. Aging isn't a punishment, and your body hasn't betrayed you. It's just been waiting for the right signal to come alive again. After 25 years as a urologist helping American men, I've seen men like you rediscover not just their strength, but their purpose, their connection, their joy. And it all starts with something as simple as chewing a pinch of ginger for 50 seconds a day. When John started this journey, he was a man weighed down by years of feeling less than himself. No energy, no spark, no closeness with his wife, Sarah. But after 2 weeks of the ginger protocol, something shifted, not just in his body, but in his entire life. By day 14, John wasn't just noticing physical changes, like morning erections or warmer hands. He was sleeping better, waking up with a clearer mind, and feeling a confidence he hadn't known in a decade. One evening, he sat down with Sarah, held her hand, and they talked. Really talked, for the first time in years. She saw the man she fell in love with, the one who used to make her laugh. This is what I mean when I say this protocol is more than a spice. That 50-second ritual, that pinch of ginger, is a doorway. It's not just waking up your blood vessels, it's waking up your life. Better circulation means more oxygen to your muscles, your brain, your heart. You start to feel sharper, more present. You sleep deeper, so you wake up ready for the day. You look at your partner and feel that spark again. Not just in your body, but in your soul. I've seen it time and again. When your body starts working with you, not against you, it's like a river breaking through a dam. Your energy flows, your confidence grows, and those quiet moments of loneliness, they start to fade. You're not chasing youth. You're reclaiming the man you've always been, stronger and more alive than you thought possible. But here's the truth. None of this happens without you. This isn't a quick fix or a pill you pop and forget. It's a choice, a small, powerful choice to show up for yourself every morning. John made that choice and it changed everything. Now it's your turn. Start tomorrow. A pinch of ginger, 50 seconds, warm water. Commit to it for 2 weeks. Notice the small changes. Warmer hands, clearer thoughts, a little more energy. Those are signs your body's listening, ready to reconnect you to the life you deserve. And you don't have to do this alone. I'm with you, And so are thousands of American men out there feeling the same way you do. This is Dr. James Whitaker from American Urologist. Your strength, your purpose, your life, it's all still there, waiting for you to take that first step. Let's do this together.